Have you ever wondered why you can't fully relax, even when you try, or even when you have the time? I used to wonder this often. I didn't know that I could use my breath to bring myself back to calm, to bring myself back to balance. So I didn't know that it was as simple as using my breath to begin to start to calm my body. Today I want to talk about activated and deactivated and what they mean in regard to your nervous system. I guess you could say I've lived with high anxiety for the majority of my life. Growing up as a competitive figure skater, I started young, competing independently in figure skating competitions. The stress and the pressure of wanting to be perfect in my figure skating and wanting to do well in my competitions further increased my anxiety over time. From college, I learned how to use drinking to suppress my nervous system, to suppress my thoughts, my feelings, my emotions, and anything that I didn't want to feel. So over time, all of the worry and all of the fear that built up inside of me caused my nervous system to become activated. There's two pieces to the nervous system that I think are important for you to understand. The first is the sympathetic nervous system. This is our fight or flight response. This is the response to fear, worry, to the brain believing that we are in extreme danger, and it goes into activation mode in order to protect us. But what this part of our brain doesn't understand is that we're no longer cavemen in fear of being attacked by a larger animal or predator. We are actually experiencing fear in our day-to-day life, typically based on worry. The second part of the nervous system, the parasympathetic nervous system, is known as rest and digest. Why is this important? The majority of our bodily functions occur during periods of rest and digest. Nowadays, in our current world, what has happened, or what is happening, and what happened to me when I was working in corporate America, is that because of the built-up fear and worry of simple little things every day, financial, security, safety, relationships, anything in your life that you could have fear of losing or maybe worry of what's going to happen, this is going to activate your sympathetic nervous system, your fight or flight response. Okay? Just remember that. That's important. Fear and worry activate the sympathetic fight or flight response. Okay. Now on the other side, calm activates the parasympathetic response, the rest and digest. So in our world today, most people are living in the fight or flight realm 24/7. Maybe not even for 24 hours, but maybe for weeks and possibly even months and years. Now, why is this bad? Because when you are in your fight or flight response, the body puts all of its energy into protecting you. So this causes the body to release cortisol, which I'll talk about more later, and how the cortisol affects the body. It causes all of the other bodily functions, so the normally functions, the repairing of cells, digestion, kind of goes on the back burner when you remain in fight or flight. Why? Because the body says, I gotta save you. I don't have time to go back and digest the food. Right now we're trying to survive. So I know that this is seems a little extreme, but really this is what's happening inside of our bodies. The reptilian part of our brain, the caveman brain, we're literally built to survive. So your body nowadays, it doesn't know the difference if you have a larger predator running at you, coming to attack you, or if you're freaking out because you have a final, say, if you're in university the next day, or perhaps you have a huge presentation at work, or a big speaking event where you have to get up in front of people. I mean, anything that could cause you this extreme fear or worry. Okay, so to recap that, I told you about the sympathetic nervous system, which can become activated when you have feelings of fear or worry. It is also known as the fight or flight response. I also talked about the parasympathetic nervous system, which is known as rest and digest. This can be activated. The easiest, simplest way is by using your breath. So let's just do it right now. All you have to do is inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose, longer than your inhale. Okay, now some of you might say, Colette, I don't have a problem with being activated, with being nervous, with being anxious. I have a problem with feeling lethargic or down or tired or not wanting to get up and move, which is also related to the nervous system. And so we can also use our breath if our body is feeling so deactivated like that. And I will admit that I do myself go through waves of depression like this. So sometimes my anxiety is high and I'm super activated and I just need to breathe, breathe, breathe to calm everything down. And sometimes I'm feeling super depressed and I'm laying on the couch and I don't want to get up, and then I'll get up and I feel tired and I want to lay back down. So you can also use your breath to help bring you back to balance if you're down here. So we're using the nose again. Inhale, exhale through the nose. We're going to inhale up, exhale out. Pretend like you're reaching up towards the stars. Exhale. So, but it goes a little bit faster. So the shorter our breaths, the more energy we're going to feel in our body. And if we're already feeling a lot of energy, then the long exhale is what brings us back to balance. Okay? So now you want to stop for a second and just come back to your even, steady breath. And I have my sunglasses on because it's really bright, but if you close your eyes, just take a moment and notice any sensations in the body. And then open the eyes and see if you feel a little better. To review, in summary, one last time, here we go. So we have anxiety, feeling anxious, feeling nervous, feeling fear, feeling worry. Probably means you've activated your sympathetic nervous system or fight or flight response. Okay, second thing that can happen, if you're in fight or flight and you notice this happening, like while you're having your typical day, then you can very easily bring yourself to pause, hit the pause button, start inhaling through the nose and exhaling as you count out. Remember, inhale 3 and then exhale. Make it as long as you can until all the air comes out of the body. Okay, and so when you're in activated state, sympathetic nervous system, you're going to bring yourself back to balance by using the parasympathetic nervous system, by using your breath. Now, what if you're feeling depressed and down and I don't want to do anything and I'm tired all the time? And you really have stopped moving, which happens, it happens. But the great news about this is now we know inhaling up, pulling down, use whatever words work for you. But the most important thing is now you know that if you need to pull yourself out of bed or you need to pull yourself out of the couch, then you can use your breath to do it. But these are all things that I've learned through yoga, and these are all things that I want to share with you because they've really actually helped me in my everyday life. I use these techniques every single day, and I just feel like everybody else should know about them. So I really hope that this video helps you guys, and I really hope that you click the subscribe button below and leave me some comments. For right now when we're just trying to bring the system back towards balance, I want you to use this breath anytime you need to, okay? And the more that you do practice it, the more it will come natural to you. And that's what happened with me. So I invite you this week, for the rest of the week while you're out, to come back to your breath, to bring yourself back to calm by using your breath. If you'd like to see more videos like this, subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you're looking for a deeper reset, join me in Vieques, Puerto Rico, or the beautiful British Virgin Islands for one of our nervous system reset retreats. Come back to calm, one breath at a time.